Good morning, girls. Our lesson today is grammar, of course. We're going to talk about mixed conditionals, page 69 on your student book. I just want to emphasize that you already took first, second, third, and zero conditional, but I will be providing a video that revises all conditionals, knowing that in this lesson we're only concerned with the second and third conditional. So mixed conditionals. Now what are mixed conditionals? Mixed conditionals is using the third and second conditional in the same sentence. We're mixing conditionals. When do we use them? To talk about unreal situations that happened at different times. The time reference in the F clause is different to the time reference in the result clause. This is a very important information. We're gonna discuss it later on. Now we have two types of mixed conditionals in this lesson. We have third to second. That means that the F clause is third conditional, the result clause is second conditional. And it talks about a present result of a past action. Present result of a past action or a past condition. Second to third conditional, F clause is second conditional, the result clause is third conditional. Here it's the exact opposite. It talks about a past result of a present or continuing condition. So we're going to discuss the two types. All you have to do is to memorize the forms. It's going to become very easy if you did. Third to second conditional. It's if past perfect, present conditional. Okay, we're going to talk about what is present conditional. So if past perfect is subject plus had plus verb 3 plus object or complement, of course. Present conditional is subject plus would or wouldn't plus verb 1 and always verb 1. The verb never changes here. So you can pause here, try to form a sentence using exactly these. We're gonna form one now. We're gonna say if I, subject, had, verb 3, gone. If I had gone to university, I, subject, would, verb 1, be a doctor now. So we're talking about an imaginary situation that would affect the present. Past situation that would affect the present. If I had gone to university, I would be a doctor now. إذا رحت الجامعة كنت راح أكون a doctor now. So again, if you had checked the map, إذا you checked the map, you wouldn't be lost. If you had checked the map, you wouldn't be lost. And remember that the negative form of this is had. We add not after the had, so it's hadn't or had not. Extremely easy, memorize the forms. This is the third to second conditional mixed. The second to third conditional is we can't say the opposite because we have if, past simple, and then the perfect conditional. Sorry, if past simple is subject plus verb 2 plus object. I believe you're very capable of the past simple tense by now. Perfect conditional is subject, would, wouldn't, plus have plus verb 3. This is the perfect conditional. Okay? Which is present perfect conditional in case you're wondering. How do we memorize the form? Let's make a sentence. If I want to just state that it's better to use were for all pronouns. It's better. Is it wrong if I used was? No, it's not. But it's better to use were. It's a controversial issue in the English language. You can do your research about it and tell me what you guys think. So if I were a good cook, this is what we're talking about. I always takes was. In the second and third conditionals, it takes were 90% of the time just because it's better. Would it be wrong if I said if I was a good cook? No, it's not wrong. It's 100% correct. Okay? Use whatever you like. If I were a good cook, I would have cooked, verb 3, dinner. If I were a good cook, I would have cooked dinner. If you weren't late, remember that verb 2 these are verb to be. Were is our verb. If you weren't late, you would have arrived on time. Very easy. All you have to do is to memorize the forms, and if you're capable of the forms, because when you solve questions on your workbook, you're gonna realize you either have this part written or you either have this part written. So if you see the word have in the second part, you're gonna know it's a second to third conditional, and you're gonna fill the first part with the past simple. Same thing goes here. If you saw had in the first part after the F, you're gonna fill the second part with the would, wouldn't plus verb 1 and not have. Okay? Another thing we're going to discuss today is the usage of might be, might have been. We use might be and might have been to talk about. We use might be to talk about less certain present results in conditional sentences. So this we use. Wait, I need to use my pen. Where is my pen? We're gonna choose a decent color. Okay. Well, I need you to know the difference. We use might be to talk about less certain present results in conditional sentences. We use might have plus past participle, very obvious, to talk about past results in conditional sentences. And pay attention that it's conditional sentences on both sides. Okay? So we continue. How do we use them? If you had studied harder at school, this is the second to third, you might be at university now. Less certain present results. Okay? If you had studied harder at school, you might be at the university now. So we have subject plus might be plus complement, whatever you want. You might be late. So this is the second to the third, which is past perfect. Then we add the might be in the second half of the sentence. Might have plus past participle to talk about less certain past results in conditional sentences. If he had a car, same thing, had. If he had a car, he might have given us a lift. Less certain past result in conditional sentences. إذا كان معه سيارة ممكن كان إنه يوصلنا. Both events in the past. Okay, this is what you need to know. One event in the past that it's imaginary. Second part is also imaginary. Less certain present result. This is a present result. This is a past result. I hope it's easy. Please rewatch the video. I'm going to provide you with a couple of videos alongside to this to just make sure you're getting everything. Homework is question 2 plus question 5, page 62 on your workbook. Question 4 is extra. I believe that if you can solve question 4, you're on the safe side. Solve it if you want. I might have an informal meeting on Saturday. Let me know what you think. An informal meeting. So we just all can check up on each other